Have you ever pondered why William Shakespeare, the man of many words, chose silence as the tragic end for King Lear? This question takes us into the heart of Shakespeare's narrative genius, a world where he weaves intricate tales that keep us on the edge of our seats. A world where even silence speaks volumes. King Lear, for instance, remains an enigma that continues to intrigue us, a mystery wrapped in the eloquence of Shakespeare's language. So let's unravel the mystery of King Lear, one of Shakespeare's most fascinating tragedies. In the heart of King Lear, there is a tale of a king, his 3 daughters, and a kingdom at stake. Unfolding in the realm of ancient Britain, the story spins around a monarch growing old, King Lear, and his decision to divide his kingdom among his daughters. But there's a catch. The division is not by birthright, no. It's to be shared based on their professed love for him. Goneril and Regan, the 2 elder daughters, are quick to flatter. They shower their father with words of love as deep as the sea, as high as the sky. Their words are sweet, and their promises sweeter. They paint a picture of adoration so vivid, it's hard not to be moved. But remember, not all that glitters is gold. On the other hand, Cordelia, the youngest, chooses the path of honesty. She loves her father, but she won't exaggerate her feelings. She won't claim to love him more than life itself, because one day she'll marry and love her husband too. Her love is true as the morning sun. But it's not adorned with false promises or exaggerated claims. King Lear, blinded by the flattery of Goneril and Regan, fails to see Cordelia's sincerity. He disowns her, banishing her from his kingdom and his heart. This rash decision sets the stage for his downfall. Goneril and Regan, having secured their shares, turn on their father. They strip him of his power, his dignity, his sanity. King Lear, once a mighty ruler, is reduced to a man lost in his madness, wandering in the wilderness of his own mistakes. Indeed, a tale of love, deceit, and madness, King Lear is a story that echoes the age-old adage, "Not all that glitters is gold." It's a cautionary tale that warns us to look beyond the surface, to discern the true from the false, and to understand that honesty, though often unadorned, is always the most valuable. Now, let's delve deeper into the characters that shape this tale, particularly Lear's daughters. Our first daughter is Goneril, the eldest. She's an embodiment of greed and deceit, a character who's not afraid to manipulate her way to power. Her flattery of Lear at the start of the story is a mere facade, a calculated move to gain a larger share of his kingdom. However, her thirst for power doesn't stop there, leading her to plot against her own father and sister. Next, we have Regan, the middle child. She's no less devious than Goneril, sharing her elder sister's lust for power and control. Regan too flatters Lear with sweet words to win her share of the kingdom. Her cruelty is later unveiled as she treats Lear with cold indifference when he seeks her help. Finally, there's Cordelia, the youngest and Lear's favorite. Unlike her sisters, Cordelia is a beacon of honesty and virtue. When asked to profess her love for Lear, she refuses to flatter him with false praises. This leads to her disinheritance, but it also sets her apart as the only sincere and loving daughter. Her character is pivotal in highlighting the tragedy of Lear's poor judgment. These 3 daughters, with their starkly contrasting personalities, drive the plot of King Lear. Their actions and reactions to their father's decisions set the stage for the dramatic downfall of Lear and the ultimate tragedy of the play. Each daughter, in her own way, adds a unique flavor to this tale of love and betrayal. As the story unfolds, King Lear spirals into the abyss of madness and despair. An old king, tormented by his own decisions, finds himself drowning in the harsh realities he has created. His world, once filled with the adoration of his daughters, now echoes with their deceit and betrayal. His descent into madness is not sudden, but a gradual process, exacerbated by the cruel actions of his daughters, Goneril and Regan. They, who once professed their love for him in the sweetest of words, now strip him of his dignity, power, and eventually his sanity. Their betrayal is a stark reminder of the fragility of trust and the devastating consequences of deceit. Meanwhile, Cordelia, the youngest and most sincere of Lear's daughters, suffers her own tragic fate. Banished by her father for her honesty, she finds herself in the midst of a war, only to be captured and ultimately killed. Her death, a devastating blow to Lear, symbolizes the loss of truth and innocence in a world ruled by deceit and power. The story of King Lear is not just a tale of a king's fall from grace, but it's a reflection of human nature and our capacity for both love and betrayal. Lear's madness and despair, the treachery of Goneril and Regan, and the tragic death of Cordelia all serve to highlight the themes of betrayal, deceit, and love. These themes resonate deeply, reminding us of the complexities of familial relationships and the devastating effects of our actions. Indeed, the tragedy of King Lear is not confined to the stage. It's a mirror held up to society, reflecting our own follies and the often tragic consequences of our decisions. It's a stark reminder of the power of words, the fragility of trust, and the devastating effects of betrayal. In the end, King Lear is a tragic tale that leaves audiences pondering the consequences of their actions. It's a story that, despite its age, continues to resonate with audiences across the world, reminding us of the timeless truths it holds. As we wrap up our journey through King Lear, let's reflect on the themes that Shakespeare weaves into this tragic tale. Love, betrayal, and madness. These are the threads that run through King Lear, binding the narrative together. Love, in its purest and most corrupted forms, drives the action and fuels the tragedy. Betrayal, so cold and brutal, shatters bonds and leads to heart-wrenching consequences. And madness, a chilling reflection of the chaos within the human heart, serves as a stark contrast to the order of the kingdom. These themes, while set in the context of a bygone era, remain strikingly relevant. We see echoes of Lear's love, betrayal, and madness in our own world, in our own experiences. And so we see that King Lear, a tale penned centuries ago, still strikes a chord with audiences today, a testament to the timeless genius of William Shakespeare. Do like, share, and subscribe our channel for more content.